welcome to Mobile Sunday School. Today we'll be learning how God was merciful towards the family of Lot. Before we could go into the story from the Bible, I will tell you all a small story. Once upon a time, there lived a king who had a large orchard. He had planted varieties of fruits in his garden, and he employed a skillful gardener to take care of his garden. This gardener, every day he used to pluck juicy and ripe fruits, and he used to go to the king's court and give this fruit to the king. One day, the king was in bad mood. This gardener, he picked up cherries from the garden and he went and gave these cherries to the king. The king put one cherry in his mouth, and the moment he put it, it was sour. So this king, he threw a cherry at the gardener. The moment he threw the cherry at the gardener, this gardener just said, "God is merciful." Looking at his reaction, this king asked him, "I'm angry and I'm showing my anger towards you, and you are just saying, 'God is merciful.' Why?" This gardener said, "Majesty, today actually I'm supposed to get the pineapples for you. I changed my mind and I got these cherries. In case you had thrown this pineapple on me, it could have hurt badly. So I thank God for changing my mind by getting cherries to you." This is a small thing that has happened to this gardener. In our day-to-day life, God is so merciful and kind towards us, but we don't acknowledge it. Let's look into the story from the Bible, how God was merciful to the family of Lot. God told Abraham, "The people of Sodom and Gomorrah are evil, and everything they do is wicked. I am not pleased with their wickedness." Abraham knew God abhorred sin and perversion. Abraham knew sin needed to be destroyed. But since he and God were friends, Abraham asked God, "If there are 50 good people in the city, will you destroy it? Surely there must be some good people in the city. You wouldn't want to kill them along with the bad people." "If there are 50 good people, for their sakes, I will not destroy the city," God said. "Suppose there are only 45 good people," said Abraham. "Will you spare the city?" "I will not destroy it if I find 45, said God. "What if there are only 10 good people?" "I won't destroy the city if there are 10 good people," God said. "O Lord," prayed Abraham, "my nephew Lot and his family live in that city. Spare it for their sakes." Later on, the two angels who had visited Abraham went on to Sodom. Lot was sitting at the city gate, and he saw the two men in the distance walking toward the city. When the men arrived, Lot got up to meet them. "Welcome, welcome," said Lot. "Won't you come to my house and be my guest for the night? You can get up as early in the morning as you like and be on your way again." "No, thank you," said the men. "We will just stretch out our legs and rest on the street a while." No, said Lot. "Be my guests and please come home with me. It is not safe on the streets." The men agreed to go with him. Lot was much like his uncle Abraham when it came to entertaining his friends. He fed them, and when the men were getting ready to go to bed, they heard loud shouting outside of the house. "They are troublemakers," said Lot. "I will go out and talk to them and see if they will go away." "Don't hurt my guests," he told the crowd. "They are not from this area." "Who do you think you are?" they yelled at Lot, and they pushed him aside and started to break down the door. The two men inside quickly pulled Lot back into the house and bolted the door. And God blinded the eyes of the wicked men outside so they couldn't find the door. The two men who were angels from God said to Lot, "Get out of this place at once. God has sent us to destroy this terrible wicked city. Go and don't look back." Lot didn't know whether to believe the men or not. After all, this was his house. He hesitated, but the angels took hold of his hand, his wife's hand, and his two daughters' hands and rushed them to safety outside the city. "Run for your life," said the angels. "Run to the mountains. If you stay here, you will die, and don't look back." Then Lot begged, "Don't send me to the mountains. If I have to go there, I won't know how to stay alive. Let me stay at that little city over there near the mountains." "All right," said the angels, "but hurry." Then God sent fire down from heaven, and the whole city was destroyed. But in spite of the warning, Lot's wife had stopped running. She looked longingly back at her home and all the comforts of Sodom. As she stood there gazing, she was turned into a pillar of salt. The next morning, Abraham was up early. He saw the smoke rising from the place where Sodom and Gomorrah had been. It was like smoke rising from a huge furnace. Then Abraham knew that God had destroyed the cities, but God had remembered Abraham, and for his sake he had saved Lot and his two daughters. Abraham asked God to be merciful, even though he knew God had to punish sins. We should thank God for his mercy to us. Each and every day, his mercies are new and he showers upon us every day. Let us be thankful to God for his mercies. Thank you.
Today's memory verse is: Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Hebrew 13:2. Today's questions are: What are the people of town Sodom and Gomorrah? Second, in the end, Abraham asked not to destroy the righteous. How many? Third, who gave hospitality to two angels? Fourth, why did Lot's wife become a pillar of salt? Send your answers to mobile number 72048.